Once upon a time, in a certain kingdom, there lived a young man who struggled through a life full of hardship. His daily routine was a simple and repetitive cycle: searching for work, earning a few small coins to survive, then returning home to cook, eat, and rest. One afternoon, after a long, fruitless day of job hunting, he trudged home in disappointment. Just as despair filled his heart, a voice suddenly called out from behind, asking if there was anyone around who could do some labor. The young man turned and saw an old man standing there with 3 large, heavy bags. Without hesitation, the young man offered to help. The old man explained that he needed to go to the next village, which was quite far. He said that due to his old age, he could only carry 2 of the bags himself. The third was too heavy. He offered the young man 3 gold coins if he would carry the heaviest bag. The young man agreed and lifted it onto his shoulder, realizing immediately how heavy it was. When he commented on the weight, the old man whispered that it was filled with bronze coins. Despite the burden, the young man persisted, walking beside the old man with patience and gratitude for finally having a job. Along the way, he noticed the old man often glancing suspiciously at him. The young man understood that the old man might think he would run away with the bag, but he calmed himself. He did not believe in dishonesty or theft, and he would never betray someone's trust for a few coins. He only wanted to earn his wages through honest labor. After a while, they reached a river. Without hesitation, the young man stepped into the water to cross, but the old man stayed behind, looking worried. "I'm too old," he said. "I can't carry both bags through the water. I might drown." Then he added, "Could you take 1 more bag for me? Don't worry. I'll pay you 3 more gold coins." The young man agreed, but as he approached, the old man hesitated and warned, "You must promise not to run away with it. This one holds silver coins." The young man felt insulted. "Do I look like a thief?" he replied. "I am not blinded by greed. Give me the bag." He took the second one and crossed the river safely, his honesty still unshaken. They walked until they reached the foot of a steep hill. The young man began to climb, but the old man stopped again. "I can't go any farther," he said weakly. The young man offered, "Then give me your last bag. I'll carry it for you." The old man hesitated once more. "But this one is full of gold coins. If you run away, I'm too old to chase you." The young man raised his voice slightly. "I told you, I am not that kind of person. I once worked as a bookkeeper for a moneylender who asked me to falsify accounts, but I refused and quit rather than cheat anyone." The old man still seemed doubtful, but finally agreed. "Take the gold bag and go ahead. I'll follow slowly. Wait for me on the other side." The young man picked up the third bag and continued walking alone, leaving the old man behind. But as he carried the heavy load, dark thoughts began to cloud his mind. "If I run away," he thought, "the old man can't catch me. I'll be rich forever." He justified it to himself. "He's old and won't live long anyway. I'm young. I could use this money to live in comfort, marry a beautiful woman, and earn respect." The Ward by Dan Round. The more he thought, the stronger his greed grew, until finally it overpowered his honesty. He ran all the way home, panting heavily, and eagerly opened the bags only to find nothing but stones inside. Among the stones was a note that read, "I am the king of this kingdom. I have no heir, and was seeking an honest man to adopt as my son and successor. If you had not run away, you would have been that man." The young man collapsed in regret. All his life, he had been honest, but one fleeting moment of weakness had cost him everything. This story reveals the power of thought and how easily it can shape our destiny. As the Buddha taught, no enemy can harm us more than our own unguarded thoughts. Every action begins with a thought. Thoughts become words. Words become actions. Actions form habits, and habits shape our destiny. One negative thought can change a life entirely. To live wisely, we must guard our minds and cultivate positive thinking. Thoughts are like seeds. If we nurture them with awareness and kindness, we will harvest peace, wisdom, and happiness.